No Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple.
I have bigger feet than Pele. It may look good on the pitch, but he's not going to stand next to me in the showers.
The monkeys didn't get away with this present for her cousin. I wonder why, but these postcards will have to be dried out on a radiator and probably go a bit bendy. That's one perfect holiday memory ruined.
We finally arrived in Papua New Guinea, the middle of fucking nowhere. This is roughly what happened to Paul Gascoigne in the cup final. As soon as I put my knife in there, all this liquid shot out. Mind you, we'd never have sold him to Lazio if he'd been in this condition.
Challenge completed. Great, the score's up to 3-0, and after celebrating with a giant millipede, I left the monastery in search of my next challenge. My feet's are Godfrey's, giving it a little bit of massage, and I must say he's got magic fingers. Now I'm hard. Godfrey's stiffened me. If you want my job, write into the television company, including a photograph, if you're an attractive woman. Any photographs of attractive men will, of course, be sent to Godfrey.
Got to admit, I'm suddenly quite nervous about this one. Mainly because his levels of safety are obviously not up to theme park standards, and he's just said he's going to set my head on fire. I'm essentially putting my face, which is my fortune, in the hands of a mentalist who looks a bit like Little Richard. Look at him, he just doesn't care, smiling his head off, covered in scars, life expectancy of about 3 years.
As I had to stay in the ocean until I'd caught a gobstopper.
You're not Michael Jordan, are you?
In fact, Andre was so hopeless, I was almost glad to be pissing in his wetsuit.
I've seen harder people in Swiss Cottage shopping centre. Right, fellas. Weedy. Poor excuse for a man. I wouldn't have him on my wrecking crew. He looks quite dangerous, actually. I'm not going anywhere near the old one.
So it was just a matter of blagging myself a job.
Sounds pretty easy, this one, but when I asked the local airline company, they said no. Something to do with security, apparently. Thanks a lot, Osama. That, I'm sure you'll agree, is something anyone can be proud of. Admittedly, it's a rather irregular shape, but as you can see, it's ribbed for pleasure. Rather considerate. Could only be sweeter if she was an Arsenal fan. She's never going to have it doggy style in the Highbury region, let's be honest. Look at this! Look at this! Even the building's falling to bits. I'm supposed to trust the wire. They can't do tiling.
Oh, you so would, wouldn't you?
Enjoy your flight home.
I will do.
Some people from Britain saying no more war. Some people from America saying I hope it never happens again. And the Australian guy's written, excellent, the best. That's a damn good atrocity museum. Hello, Pamela.
Hello.
Do you like me?
Yes.
Clearly, Pamela thought I was a catch, but I still had one last chance to prove my manhood against something with even more ferocious dentistry than Mayfoot's. The ritual also featured a goat, which I suspected did not have a very bright future.
It's not a primitive type of condom. That would be stupid. It would hurt a woman with its size and hardness. I know what that's like. They don't win too many medals at the Olympics, but if there's ever going to be a competition for world's shittest roads, put your money on PNG. And have they ever sort of bitten people, eaten people?
Yeah.
Are they from Mars? Do they drive cars made from cheese?
Yeah.
Clearly doesn't have a faintest idea what I'm talking about. Let's go and kill ourselves. Chicken, just like Mama used to make. Well, before the Alzheimer's really kicked in. I'm shit, but I have shagged a page 3 girl. I think that makes me a man in anyone's book. Sex was no good, though. You're better off with your 5 wives. Oh, challenge completed. Oh. Steve Irwin, fucking amateur.
Is that my penis? Gotta say, I'm quite impressed. Let's go in to Dracula's castle. Oh look, there's Dracula's cafeteria. How terrifying.
We've arrived. This is the room that proves Dracula is no fairy tale told to frighten children. Here is the picture of the mad coachman driving his steeds up, ever upwards towards the castle, which, as you can see, in those days, doesn't appear to have had a conference centre. Dracula has taken this woman to his bedchamber. He's satisfied her in ways that only a man from the undead can. And then he's bitten her, and blood is dribbling down all over her tits. Flying through the window are 4 bats. They often appear when Dracula has sex with a woman. They like to hang upside down from the rafters and touch themselves. The wanking bats of Dracula.
Suitably impressed by the utter realism of the vampire's lair, I cracked on with my task.
Oh no, I've got mud on the helmet. Makes a change from cheese. Get ready to be stuffed. Why do they call it tic-tac-toe anyway? Why don't they call it noughts and crosses like normal people? Noughts and crosses, no ticks, tacks or toes in the whole game. I don't know about me winning the lottery. This fella already has.
In true superstitious peasant style, my plan was to pick numbers out of a bucket with the help of these porkers' big money balls.
Don't worry, mate. We're not going to kill you. We're just going to cut your nuts off. The pig has been tied up by 3 of its legs with lovely pink ribbon and it's having its testicles washed. It's a position I found myself in a few times. I'm not an expert. I just need something that's going to get me incredibly stoned.
Oh, I can see my reflection. Oh, wow, I'm like in the back of a spoon.
Yeah, it stopped at the top. Oh, shit. I'm stoned. Move it!
My brain was making about as much sense as a Dalek with a stutter.
We've just arrived at Ceausescu's house, and the first thing I see is this little dead bird. The dictator may be dead, but his reign of terror lives on.
For them, facial hair on a woman is seen as a sign of fidelity or fertility, and the village girls are encouraged to let their stubble flourish. And right here lives a special lady who's got all the local lads reaching for their zippers.
Yes, with a tash like Burt Reynolds, a face like a retarded potato, and enough long white hairs on her chin to make a shaving brush, my date for a sloppy French kiss would require years of expensive therapy to recover from.
It's a bear turd. It actually smells really sweet, a bit like Chinese food. You can see all the stones from the berries they've been eating. I'll just sample one, second hand, see what it tastes like.
Well, professional trackers rely on the smell of bear poo, and being an amateur, I figured I'd take it one step further.
Tastes like shit. Actually overcome with excitement. Oh, wow, this is my idea of a co-star. He is licking me, but of course he has just spent the previous 24 hours licking his arse. Ow! What do you reckon? Do the chicks love it when you come down your big pole?
Yes, you need superior courage and strength, and you don't know the amount of pussy he gets.
That is just ridiculously dangerous. It's like hanging yourself.
Yeah, but you're a man of steel.
I'm not a man of steel. I'm not a man of steel. I'm a man with the shits. It's not going to happen. If you wish to throw away your meaningless Mexican life, that's your bother. I've slept with worse looking girls, it's got to be said. Hello, lovely furry ears you've got. That's what, the vagina?
No. The anus.
The anus?
Yeah.
Why are you putting it in the anus? Have you lost your keys? If your boyfriend's trying to persuade you to have Greek love, ladies, just don't do it. Yeah, I've had her. She was a right dirty cow.